Hello. Today, what you should have already done is gone over this review and answered each of these questions. This is to check your understanding. So if you have not answered each of these questions, you don't have to turn it in yet, but just make sure you've answered each one to test your knowledge. Now we're going to go over it kind of like we would in class to double check what your answers were. I would really suggest going back and looking at your work on your notebook piece of paper. Don't just guess these problems. Don't just try to do them in your head. Remember to be following through with each step and making sure we're using inverse operations. So let's get started. So problem number 1 says x minus 3. Notice how I'm writing it really nice and neatly. I'm not just kind of writing it all over the place. I'm using the lines to organize my work. I'm going to draw my line, my fence. Now I want to get x by itself. It says x minus 3. So I add 3 to both sides. I do the opposite of minus 3, plus 3 and plus 3. Same thing to both sides. Getting rid of that minus 3, I have x alone, equals in the middle. 9 plus 3 is 12. So double check that what you chose on that is 12. All right, problem number 2. 5y equals 15. Draw my fence. And I notice that this y is being multiplied by 5 because they're smushed right next to each other. This is 5 times y. So to get rid of the times 5, we divide by 5, divide by 5. We get y equals, because that goes away, y equals right in the middle, 15 divided by 5, 5, 10, 15. Took 3 5s to get to 15, so y equals 3. Problem number 3. (11 equals n plus 4. I'm going to draw my fence. I want to get n by itself. Notice how it's on the right side of the equation. The n is going to stay there. So I want to get rid of plus 4. So I subtract 4, subtract 4. Notice how I wrote my minus 4 right under the plus 4. That's so I can clearly see that those go away. N is all that's left on this side, equals in the middle. And 11 minus 4 is 7. Right. Number 4. 6 equals x divided by 2. Remember when we see it looking like a fraction, it's division. Draw our fence. So to get rid of dividing by 2, you need to multiply by 2. There's a few ways that you can show this. You could write times 2 times 2. Or you could use the multiplication dot to show that you're multiplying by 2 down below. Times 2 and times 2. Either way is okay. All right. So x divided by 2 times 2. Those go away and all we have is x. Notice how I keep x on the same side. Equals sign in the middle. 6 times 2 equals 12. And you can do that because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So your answer there, you would select that one. Okay. Number 5. M plus 10 equals 15. Draw your fence. I notice that M has plus 10 next to it. I want to get rid of that plus 10. So I subtract 10 on both sides. Plus 10 minus 10, that goes away. And all I have is M. In the middle is equals. 15 minus 10 is 5. Number 6. I know we're kind of hauling through these guys. This is just to check your work. N divided by 4 equals 6. So I've got n divided by 4 equals 6. I want to get rid of dividing by 4, so I'm going to multiply by 4 on both sides. Remember, we can get rid of the times 4 divided by 4 or divided by 4 times 4. That leaves just n equals in the middle. And 6 times 4, you can count by 6s or 4s. I kind of like to count by 4s more. I don't know why, but I'll show you how to count by 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, so 6 times 4 is 24. Two more. Number 7, 30 equals 10b. Draw your fence. I noticed that b has a 10 right next to it. When they're smushed together like that, it's multiplication. To undo the multiplying by 10, I divide by 10. Times 10 divided by 10, that goes away. We just have b left on this side. Equals in the middle. 30 divided by 10 is 3. Make sure you're checking your answers and your work with me on these. And our last one, problem number 8. H minus 4 equals 13. Draw our line. I notice that there's a minus h right next, or sorry, minus a 4 right next to the h. So I want to get rid of minus 4, so I'm going to add 4. That leaves h on this side, the minus 4 plus 4, those are 0, that goes away. H equals 13 plus 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, it's plus 4. The answer is h equals 17. Now, if you're like, oh gosh, that was fast, I need Miss Howard to go over it slower, there are other videos that I have made on previous assignments that you can go back and watch it if you need it slower. This was fast just so that you could check your answers. Here they all are again, if you need them. And yeah, so just take your time. I really want you to have this accurate by the time that you turn it in. And if you're still confused, go back and watch some of the older videos that I made when I was just first introducing these. So I did it a lot slower.